Is this thing on? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And the title of today's show is, start coming up with the title of every show, all right? The title of today's show is Nobody Cares. Nobody cares about Bitcoin slumping. Nobody cares what Bitcoin's doing. Nobody cares because we're drunk with gains. And when you're drunk with gains, you don't care, okay? We're going to talk about the gainers here on cryptocurrency, the altcoins, Christmas gainers that filled our stockings and kept us sweet all Christmas long. Let's break it down. Let's talk about it. And, you know, my baby cake, they said they were going to burn the cake. We told you they were burning cake. We put a setup up for cake. I talked about it in my trading group. I went over it. We talked about cake. We even went over it in the weekly screen share. Cake was getting burned, baby. Burn, baby, burn. I was putting out cake when it was sitting at 240, talking about going to 359. Here is my call right here at 11:14. Cake to 359, cake at 243, and cake a month later, it's banging to the upside, all the way to the upside. Fine. It's like, look, there's your before, there's your after, and it is what it is, baby. Cake to the upside, banging on them. Went past the target at one point to 377, a little bit above it now, still at 356. And we hit the target here that I have, my first target. It's annoying when they put the timer over the target. You know what I mean? They got to come up with a better idea than that. Like, the label's got to be higher than the countdown. 354, all right? Anyway, I do countdown to bar close. It's telling us when that bar will close. So, and beautiful little flag breakout here for cake to the upside. Cake doing damage. Bang, bang, bang. If you're in my trading group, you were all over cake. We talked about it. And then we went over the news. The last 4 days where they said they were going to burn so much cake. Bang, bang, bang. I'm up 475% on my Bitcoin short. Join the livers to learn the secret sauce, my man. And people are trading short or long. Shout out to Jenna X out here on the live stream. Jenna X was an airman. God bless you, Jenna X. Thank you so much for your service. We appreciate all the time you spent. And, you know, it's amazing that you have that skill set for the rest of your life, too, and that discipline installed. So may God bless you for your service. Thank you so much for everything as the year ends. Just want to be appreciative of everything in my life, including my freedom here in America, and anyone that fought for it, signed up for it, volunteered, did their thing. God bless you. Thank you, Jenna. We appreciate you. She is fire. Very nice. And a family woman. You know. And yes, guys, and yes, I've been screaming SEI. SEI also banging to the upside. Let's take a look. SEI up 14%. NEAR. I'm going to talk about NEAR in a second. OSMO. And OSMO is going to lead me into Injective. People got into Injective when they made the big gains. They started finding the smaller coins. The Injective protocol. OSMO has the connection here. And I believe OSMO is going to continue to pump. And I'm going to explain why. It's the back door into the Injective protocol move. All right. Analos was doing well, so some big whale probably sold half a chunk. What I did is I took my initial investment off the table and I left my profits in to see what can happen to Analos. All right. Traded a lot of Bitcoin for USDT yesterday. Yikes. I did the opposite. Love you, Lifer fam. This is the best place to be. Shout out to Jenna X. We love you. Jokingly, Furious, Gang Gang. Shout out to Crypto Bellico. Bang, bang. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to every single one of you here. We love you. All right. In the last hour, Render's still up. We gave you Render. We talked about Render too. So Cake making gains. NEAR just continuing. I gave this flag to my trading group right here, up 18% if you got into NEAR. And I was getting into NEAR early bird style. And just, this is the type of stuff you get in my trading group. Not just like weekly or daily calls. I see some other channels recently been like, this is what we gave you last week, and this is what we did this month. Honestly, I give like 50 calls a month, man. It's insane. But look, research all my posts from October at $1. There's my first post, 10:20. 4 hours a little overbought, but this 1 hour may push up anyway. NEAR at the time was $1.70, you know. Then I showed you the giant Adam and Eve double bottom. I showed you the fact the levels we were going up on 12:10 at 262. And then I showed you this flag too. 1 hour looking for a breakout. Look for a flag on the 5 minute. This continued to the upside and hit the target that I had drawn right here at about 455. NEAR continuing to rip faces off of the planet. And honestly, almost every coin in the game. See, if your coin's not doing this, your coin's whack. And look, there's the Adam and Eve double bottom that I talk about, that I bring up every day on the channel now. Every day I bring this pattern up. And what I do is I just find it when the right starts to move. I just put in what I'm willing to lose, and I let it ride, baby. And it makes me a bunch of money. And I've been doing it over and over again, trying to teach people that it doesn't have to be this hard to make money in the game. It really doesn't. You got to pick something, stick to it, and hold on, baby, and hold on. SEI getting a massive pump to the upside out of this little flag. Thought it could come back down to the 618. Stayed inside the flag and just continued to be a ripper. Look at the 1 hour, the 1 hour, the 4 hour may have been your one. Yeah, your 4 hour had low stochastics. You did kind of a double bottom here and you ripped to the upside. SEI just sitting at 11 cents, did a 4x to 44 since November 10th. So, I mean, October, November, December have been just absolutely glorious for cryptocurrency. If you're not up gains today, I don't know what to tell you. The day after Christmas, I'm already taking in gains here, banging on them to the upside. Shout out to everybody here. We appreciate you. We love you. And we want you to do your best. That's why I show up every single day, because I want to teach you what consistency and discipline will do for your life. Look what it did for my life. I show up every day. I do the same thing. It can get boring, but if you're doing what you love, it's never boring. You're going after what you truly want to do with your life. You're going after it. You're making it happen. You're busting through. You know what I mean? And you know, my daughter's off for school today. It's a glorious day, man. You get to hang out with your kids all day long. They don't got to go to school and get indoctrinated, you know, unless they're in the right school. My daughter's at a conservative Catholic school where, you know, they teach her the basics and they leave her alone, you know? And I appreciate that. And it's a school my older sister went to, so it's like, it's in the family, you know? Shout out to everybody here. Where's everybody in the live? Where's all my comments pumping on in? A lot of people took the day off today. A lot of people were up all night partying with the family. 556 people, 141 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. And this is definitely a downtrend in watchability. YouTube and Google must lose a little bit of money during this next 5-6 days. People they spend more time with their family, as they should. Less time online, more time with their family. Bang, bang, bang. But if you're in the trading group, you made gains on Cake. You made gains on Near. SEI to the upside too, inside that little flag we were looking at it. I didn't make a big call on it though. I'm not going to. But wow, SEI ripping to the upside as well. Yes, sir. No. Been with the family, back to work and back to watching this. My man. Dante Holder, always shenanigans over the holidays. Lower liquidity. Yep. Cheers, Sam. Thank you for your time, even on the holidays. Shout out to Stas. We love you. We appreciate you. And Stas, let's take a look at MATIC. You ask about it every day. Let's give you a free super chatty. Because you asked about it every day, right? So my photographic mind says, man, this one, I see MATIC making a huge breakout. Only a matter of time. MATIC is going to break out. MATIC's already up from my initial entry, 14%. And, I mean, we make gains in this group all day long. There's your cup and handle entry to the upside. I got another chart on it, but I see MATIC getting to 140 before you know it. It's going to double up right in front of your face. You're going to be like, how did MATIC do that? Everybody just did it. That's what it did, you know. I'm up on Solana and MATIC. Thank you. God bless. Shout out to Catherine Brunetti. We love you. And remember, everyone compares their gains to all the gains in the group. I mean, like like, oh, this one did 5x, I only did 1x. What about your gains to everyone else outside of crypto? They're not making any X's at all. They're going down. They're losing due to inflation. You're making gains on the other end. We found places where we have lower volume, not lower volume, but lower liquidity. Like there's less freaking altcoins than there are dollar bills, man. And they're going to keep printing dollar bills. Some altcoins may have a bigger supply. I don't know, but the dollar has a infinite supply. It's like Ethereum. Oh, did I just say that out loud just now? My bad. One fan, why I'm not a huge Ethereum guy, and I don't like stack Ethereum to that, you know, because it doesn't have a finite supply. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people holding Ethereum right now. Who here holds Ethereum and thought it had a real supply like Bitcoin did? No, be honest. Just be honest. Someone in here right now is going to be like, what? Wait, what do you say? Who here holds Ethereum and realizes it doesn't have a finite supply, but didn't know it till right now? Yeah. You know, when you go to the market cap and you check a coin, yeah, Ethereum just can keep going forever. Ava Wars, I did not know that. Yeah. Ethereum does not have a finite supply. Like Bitcoin, there's only 21 million. Ethereum, who knows? It could continue forever. Yeah, I own a little and did not know. Tokenomics use coin market cap, right? I didn't know that, but I don't hold ETH. No offense. I don't stack ETH. I don't. And honestly, I love ETH. I got into ETH when it was 89 bucks. I knew about ETH when it was $9. I first got into ETH back in the day. I sold all my ETH for ICP. I love this guy. You're funny, man. ETH burn is based on use. If people stop using it, supply will go crazy. Isn't that insane, Jamie? Yeah. Watching MYRIA on the 2-day. Appreciate a second opinion. Do you see the Ethereum ETF back to May? Interesting. Cardanas. Go to the store and get me a couple Cardanas over here. You love that one, don't you? You love all the little characters that I've made on the show. The low volume is so predictable. You can use max leverage on short time frames. I love it. I love it. So, MATIC, I would love it if it came back down and give us one more chance. It's 79 and 80 cents, but it may not. You know, but I love it. I'm watching it just consolidate nicer and tighter. The second it gets above 96, I mean, it's just destined for 140 at that point. I told you 10 times, in a month from now, you look back and MATIC's at 140, you're like, huh? And again, anything is possible. It could go to zero, right? Highly unlikely for a major coin that's been around a long time, all right? Now, if you wanted to get into the gains like we made, you wanted near protocol, like you wanted to get bigger and better gifts for your kids and your wife, then you should have made more gains. No, but he could have made more gains. We had an amazing Christmas here. I got a Power Wheels for the kids. They were driving it around. The weather was beautiful yesterday. The kids were whipping the Power Wheel around. Absolutely loving it. It was insane. I didn't know that thing had that much power. My 9-year-old daughter was in it with my 2.5-year-old, and they were whipping that thing like it was moving. And I heard I can get a bigger battery and get that thing to move even quicker. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to get there, right? But join the trading group to get more education. Every time you learn more, you're going to enhance your life. So get the education you deserve. Also, subscribe to our newsletter. This will pop up when you join. Consent to receive more. And if you give me that value of your email address, which, you know, I will not give anywhere else, I will give you so much value back. You'll get 2 newsletters a week. They'll blow your mind. They'll put you on another level, and they'll take you to the atmosphere. I'm just telling you right now. So jump in today. Jump into our newsletter. I feel like we could make a book. Consider this, Jamie. I feel like if we save some of the pages and tweak them, we could turn the newsletter into a book. What do you think, man? I feel like we were already doing the work. I feel like we're pretty close to like some type of TA book that we could put out. Anyway, what do you guys think of the chain link hat? How do you like the chain link hat? Is it getting you going? Is it getting you excited? Are you getting thirsty? I'm just it's so crazy, right? Are you getting, no, but thirsty for more coins? You know what I mean? Come on, let's get real. Like, all right. But shout out to MEXC. MEXC is the place to be. You know, it's tough making, you know, $1,900 a day. You know what I mean? It's tough. It's tough on MEXC making $1,900 a day, you know? Lowest fees, highest profit, 0 spot maker and taker fees, 0 future maker fee, 3% taker fee. I mean, this thing is beautiful. You can't beat this exchange. There's nothing better, and the user experience is amazing. Shout out to MEXC. God bless you, and we appreciate you and all the hard work and all the dedication out there on MEXC. All right. So Cake banging on them to the upside. We talked about it. We went over it. I had it in this flag. Cake, baby. My target for Cake is 437. Cake ain't done yet. How do you track something that's pumping like this? You put it in a flag on a smaller time frame. You watch it on the 5-minute. You know, maybe we can get one of these. We can get a pump back to the upside and make some type of flag here. The chance we're making a falling wedge flag. Either way, something is brewing here, and there eventually will be a continuation pattern brewing for Cake. And I'll be all over it. I'll be all over it. I like this track. I like this. Where's the Casper hat? I don't know. It's hard to get. You know what I mean? Your mom will love that. God bless you, Jenna X. We appreciate you. Dude, my mom was such an amazing person. God bless my mom. Oh my God, Sammy, what's going on with SKL? It is out of control. Scale, I mean, it's a great coin. I liked this project back in the day when I deep dived it. Always liked what I saw with it. You know what I mean? I mean, the 5-minute is now consolidating after a major pump. And it's just breaking out. To me, likely going to continue. Target is 08670. All right. Yes, I may have just caught one. 19% gains coming for SKL. Scale banging on them. Did I had anything on the bigger time frame? I mean, it had come all the way to the bottom. Wow, this thing was just 2 cents. Every coin that's, respectable. Any respectable coin has had a 2 to 3x. 1 hour looks like it could continue to the upside. 4 hours a little overbought. You know what I mean? I'd be a little wary of this, but, 15-minute has a little more legs to, it could be the end of its rally here. I'd look for another flag on the 5-minute. I'd have to get another flag on the 5 before I got in, Sam, show us your ETH tattoo. I know you have one. I know. Sam, DXY moving. Pepe about to move hard on the 15-minute. Bless your life or vision. And that's the thing. Once you guys get in the zone with me, you can see it before it happens. I like Pepe. Pepe getting tighter in the zone. Daily pointing down, though, with a lower low. Not amazing. I don't see what you see personally yet. Bit of a flag. It's got to bust through that resistance to remain even close to bullish. And it's got a local resistance now at 14943. All right. But I like the consolidation. I just want to see it consolidate, pump up, pump back down. The next time it comes back down, Pepe would be scrumptious. I see Pepe getting back to its all-time highs. In only a matter of time, I believe Pepe will do damage in the bull run. And people will look back on these times. I got into Yodo. It doesn't seem to be doing a dang thing for me. But maybe, let me double check. So, see, I sold my Analos back to Bitcoin and I kept the profit. So I put 1,000 into Analos. At one point, I was up like $2,000. I woke up this morning up like $700-800. I sold. I kept the 608 in Analos, and I took back my $1,000. You know what I mean? I did the right thing. All right, I did the right thing. Yotoshi's finally showing a value of 384. I put $1,000, so that rugged me. So I basically broke even on Yotoshi and Analos, taking a shot at some of these crazy coins. You know what I mean? But I took a shot. I put $2,000. You know what I mean? Into these crazy coins. And I got $2,000 back still. I actually made $180, right? So I'm up a little bit. So there you go. Analos. And I'm still in Analos. We'll see what happens. All right. I hope to do this full time soon. So glad my brother told me to start watching you, Crypto Lifer. Shout out to Catherine Brunetti. We love you, Catherine. And a $10 super chat from you. You sound like a real one. God bless you and yours. May you have a wonderful day with your family. If you're alone, may you have a wonderful day. Whatever you're doing. Red Waterfalls pay 1,000. Yo, that's the one thing about it dumps. When it dumps so fast, man. Love to all the friends out there. Shout out to Frankie. I'm taking a chance on the meme combat. Only 500, but who knows? Magic may happen. Hey, and I told you XNA was trending on Twitter. I talked about it. I went over it yesterday. And XNA's hot, man. I believe it can do numbers. Neura AI. And finally got that bounce. Took some time, but got that bounce back to the upside. Neura AI. Today was actually big for my portfolio. A lot of coins that I'm holding got a bit of a move. And we're going to talk about that. So Neura AI eventually got the bump back up, got the rounded. Honestly, I never saw it before, but look, these are Adam and Eves. This thing is about to skyrocket. I'm telling you right now, I'm calling a move. And based on no technical analysis at all, based on just this Adam and Eve double bottom, this thing's going to 0.9. And soon it's going to break a penny. And when it breaks a penny, we're going to be like, I told you, Sizzos. We jumped into XNA, remember Neura AI back in the day when it was on CoinX. All right. I had it here at the golden pocket. Look, bounced right off the golden pocket. I mean, come on now. And I talked about this. I showed it to my trading group. We went over it together. And this is the thing. See what most people will never have. Because emotionally, if you watch it, it's dumping. So an emotional trader will say, but it's going to the downside. I can't get into that. You know what I mean? I couldn't possibly jump in there. Right? But it's been pulling back. And every day we go over it, we talk about the fact that it's getting closer and closer to that golden pocket, and then it made a beautiful bounce to the upside. I am a beautiful holder of this coin. I love it. Up 46%. Neura AI, right? And we did numbers. We got in down here. When it came up, I took some profit. I put myself back in. Happy I stayed in. Happy it's bumping back to the upside. Shout out to anyone that jumped into Neura AI, all right? Or found it through the Okay, yeah, we got a lot of friend bots. Friendship is utility value that will put you on a good We got into FREN earlier than everybody else. You know, the guy that put it out to our trading group did a 4X. It did dump. So it pumped beautifully. He was up huge. It did dump a little bit. But it was up on CoinEx early bird style, right? Now it's down here a little bit. I don't know much about it. Maybe it does numbers. Maybe it doesn't. You know what I mean? Shout out to GF Burke in the house. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Bryson Gonzalez. And GF Burke's becoming a lifer celebrity. He really is. He's becoming, you know, he's raising the trophy. He's raising the bar of what it means to be a lifer, of how to give back to the community and make gains. Shout out to GF Burke. We love you and what you bring to the table. And I just want to shout you out as much as I can. Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker, Jamie Zeno, and all the blue crew here that make the show amazing. And this guy, you've been asking about COREUM every single day. And every day I tell you COREUM's down in the tubes and likely going lower, right? And it dumped off. Fine. Maybe it came to the 786 and it bounced like it was supposed to, right? 786 bounce retracement. Still very low, though. But finally may get its first higher low. And when this 4-hour resets on the Stokes and you get another higher low, that's a sign you're going to get a bigger move to the upside. Look for the strange, chunky, extended inverted head and shoulder here to the upside. But you did get your, you know, you may be getting your first higher low. Wait for the 4-hour to reset on the stochastics. You know, you may make a lower low and then that's, you know, but if the 4-hour resets on the stochastics and you put in a higher low, specifically if you stayed above this level that you're hugging right now, that would be bullish for COREUM. All right. Thank you so much for the super chats and all the love and all the people asking and the inquiries. We love you. Sam, appreciate you. Could you look at NEXA again? Again? No, we just looked at it. Oh, maybe I looked at it yesterday. All right, I was getting. So NEXA to me is a lot like Neura AI. It pumped up huge. Everyone loved it. The whole proof of work thing was hot. You can see they all pumped up together. Now this is resetting. Now we got to need a new surge in proof of work coins. You know what I mean? And it may have just been a quick narrative that dies out and we never hear from again. However, NEXA also made it to the token metrics, you know, possible 100x coins. So I hold NEXA for that speculative investment idea. And it's, you know, in a place where I definitely would be accumulating NEXA. Again, you do whatever makes you happy, and I'm not a financial advisor. All right. Hey, so how soon do you think FREN will eat another zero and get us the love of Jeannie Wolf? Love you, lifer. You will always be our friend. God bless you, man. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you, and we care about each and every one of you here on the channel. I mean, FREN didn't look too bullish, did it? Let's make sure I'm looking at the right FREN. But I'm pretty sure that's FREN. FREN coin? I don't know which FREN it is, though. You know? I know it's the right one that we looked at, you know. Reminds me of an Oreo cookie, CREO, right? Dang, look at that thing. CREO engine just absolutely banging on them. It was less than a penny on December 17th. 8 days later, the thing is 5 cents almost. I mean, it did a 5x, more than a 5x in 8 days. Unbelievable. If people just paid attention instead of constantly begging, yeah, they'd be in the green. Relax and let the leader lead. The class, y'all. Xmas over. Stop bagging. Start giving. Fa-fa-fo-he, we love you, man. Love the lifer. Shout out to Ivo 10 Broke. We love you, man. But the candle velocity is fast. Boom, payday every minute. Have a friend who got BOOKMAP and been studying it. Could be absolutely wrong, but you're the most experienced guy I know. Can you see if there's a big buy order at zero? Who cares, man? That's so ridiculous. Like, who cares if there's a buy order at zero? You can't buy zero, man. Like, that's a trick question, man. No, it looks FREN did hit MEXC, man. That's what I was trying to say. No? Oh, maybe it didn't yet. You're right. It's only on CoinEx. I mean, FREN's hot. We'll see what happens to it. Which one is it here? Do you know? Does it have a contract address yet? You know, I could just go to Dex Screener and type in FREN and I'll probably find it. Frenchie is what everyone's looking at. But Frenchie's hot right now. Nah, it's down the dumps, dude. Anyway. Don't buy any of these coins without researching them. If you're not experienced, honestly, DeFi, you got to be experienced. I'm well-versed. Like, I've thrown tons of money at all different times. I'm well-versed in DeFi. Shout out to the 859 beautiful souls, 264 likes, $305 in chat revenue. We just can't get to the 1,000 people during these holidays. It's funny. We have more liquidity to the downside for Bitcoin. Do not be surprised if we run into 42K. There's a big old red bar of orders down there. It could be a spoof, but, you know, there are some orders above us, too, at about 43,530. We're going to break down Bitcoin. You can see nobody cares. Why did I say nobody cares? Because, look, nobody has even asked for the Bitcoin update. Nobody cares. Usually the first thing we're doing, oh, my gosh, Bitcoin. The 4-hour time frame channel is still in play. Lower low, though, would be a beautiful entry. Now the stop loss can be even lower. Didn't change that old one. That stop loss is low here. If we hit that, that will get stopped out. But that's still a 4.9 risk-reward ratio now. And now it's the bottom of the channel. Aggressive buy with the 4-hour oversold still. Take a look at your 1 hour. Your 1 hour is kind of indecisive. Doesn't look amazing. But to me, we're still inside the channel. Nothing has changed for Bitcoin. We did get the move to the downside as, you know, we had that Bart Simpson move. It happened. Are we going to go lower? Let's take a look and let's ask those questions. Let's take a look at the daily. Get rid of the moving averages for now. And what a beautiful live stream it was last night, right? Or it wasn't last night. It was the day. Oh, yeah. Felt like we live streamed last night, but we didn't. Let's take a look at the daily close yesterday. So the daily close was super green, 42,991. The high was 43.8. The low was 42,720. Closed at 43,576. $584 yesterday, up 1%. You know, we gave it all back last night already. You know, the second. So it was a good Christmas. And we've given it all back already since Christmas closed. The day after Christmas is Red Day. You know, funny, red and green like Christmas. Now, some could say this could be a giant M pattern. We could be double topping and headed down lower, and I'm open-minded to that, and that definitely is something that I consider. How I battle that or figure that out is I watch the 200 SMA, and being below the 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame is not the best thing in the world. So whenever I do see that, something of that nature, I'm looking for a divergence on the RSI and price action. So the seasoned mind in which I have draws this line here. I'll double click too on the RSI itself. And that's a nice little uptrend there when I zoom in. You know, you want to zoom in because sometimes it can look different than you think it will. You know. Now I'm going to look at price action and it has a dagger down. I mean, that's a sharp bullish div on the 1 hour. When the 1 hour has bullish divergence, it's very likely you're going to get a move back to the upside. It's very likely this is going to behave somewhat like some inverted head and shoulder, and we're going to break on out. I'm very bullish on an entry here for Bitcoin. I really am, based on the divergence that I'm seeing here on the 1 hour. That's a very strong 1 hour bullish div. Now you try to see an even smaller bullish div here, and you even have one here on the 15. And I'll show you, if you're just learning your bullish divergences, these are key to understand and learn. That's why I take the time to stop the show and go over these. You know, we don't just like run into the next coin. I really take the time because I want you to understand. It took me a long time to understand divergences. It wasn't so easy for me, so I'm sure it's not that easy for everybody else, right? I'm not that unique. Hey, I'm somewhat unique, but you know. So I see this as an inverted head and shoulder breaking to the upside. I see a move for Bitcoin to the upside today. I see the 15-minute about to break out. Watch for a breakout for Bitcoin off this double bottom inverted head and shoulder. I like both of these divergences. They're giving me strength that we're going to get a move to the upside. I'm calling for a Bitcoin pump. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We do have to get back above 42.8 to remain bullish. That's going to be our resistance zone. Once you get up 428, we can get to this point of control at 43,650, and then I don't see why we can't get back at least to the top of the pattern. I'm not saying we're going for the big mumbo pump, but top of the pattern. What that could also do is finally negate the fact that we could be in this double top. Sorry, I wanted the plus sign there. You know, because if we get this pump up, then we can say the double top's really not happening. We did the little Bart Simpson. We channel, and we slumped back down. They got a lot of liquidity down here, people that thought they could long there. I knew better not to long that, so I was waiting. I have a long on a bigger idea, though, you know. So we'll see what happens. The first long would get stopped out, though, if we do go any lower than 41.8, 41.79. But the fact that we have tight moving averages, everything's looking very bullish. That's a very bullish setup for me. Where the 200 SMA is, 90% of the time in my lifetime that I've seen a setup that looks just like this, an ascending triangle with tight moving averages and the 200 SMA moving with price action, we've seen a massive move to the upside. So I like what I'm seeing for Bitcoin. I like the move that could be that's coming our way. And yeah, I do see a move happening for BTC. So I'm bullish on Bitcoin. Here's the chart. I have switched the entry now that we got a better one. The old one still existed. It isn't stopped out. So I'm not trying to be facetious here, but I'm just saying if you didn't see it before, even better entry now for BTC. It's a 4.9 to 1 risk reward ratio, which is a 5 to 1. The entry, 52,200 would be the area. Stop loss would be 41,000. This could be a beautiful, beautiful trade for BTC, right? Now I'm going to show you how I set up a trade like this and where I do it, okay? And again, don't do this if you've never traded futures before. Please, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just someone that goes over the charts and shows you kind of my life. This is my life in real life. This is what I do, all right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the chart. I'm going to delete everything. I'm going to go to the time frame in which I like to trade it, okay? And I'm going to set up my parameters for the trade. Very well could be a double top and break to the downside. Very well could get stopped out. Always have to, basically the second I set my stop, I tell myself it happened. I already got hit off, right? Now this is how I trade. There's many different ways to trade. If you have proper risk management, it doesn't matter what you do as long as you manage the risk properly, okay? As funny as that sounds, I mean, it's true. Being below the 200 SMA is also a really good sign on the 4-hour because it means we have a good amount of protection before we end up getting stopped out of price action. So it tells me that my target for the long is going to be 54,592. My protective stop is going to be 40,098. All right. And then I'm going to swing the bar to see how much I can get in. I can risk $800 for $4,000. That ain't bad. If I take an $800 loss, I can get back from that. It almost seems like the smarter move because like a $400 loss was $1,300. Then I can go for the gusto, where it's $3,000 for $16,000. Right? Do I want to go all the way? My account's like 56. Like, and that's the thing. How to grow an account. Now that's ape. You could ape in for the whole account and either lose 5,400 or make 26 grand. As people want to see, to me, that's the ape, and that's what happens. I could take a 450 loss and bounce back easily. You know what I mean? I've lost 450 many times in a trading day, and it doesn't bother me much. I can handle it and get a $2,000 win. I'd like to make more than $2,000 off of the trade, though, off of a big move like that. I'll open the long. If this continues to go up and we get back above 44,942, like this bigger zone, I'd consider opening up another long. All right. Another thing is you can change the leverage around depending on how you want to be in the trade, depending on where your liquidation is. Where's going to be my liquidation here? My liquidation is going to be higher than my stop loss. But I'm only using $400. I'll get liquidated at 40,651. I'll lose the $391. You know what I mean? Not the worst thing in the world, right? So I would actually lose more. I would get liquidated before I got stopped out, changing the risk to reward ratio a little bit. What I could do is I can lower the leverage. I can raise the amount of money in the trade. And try to get that liquidation lower, which I got a little lower there. I can keep continuing to do that. All right. So there's the confirm. I entered the trade long term. So you just see me opened up a long-term trade here, trading futures on NEXA. All right. It's a $7,500 trade. Not a huge trade. 17x leverage at $400 in the trade. I lose $400, or I can make $2,000 if we hit the target. Again, it's a big target. It's a $12,000 move for Bitcoin. It would be an immense move. I'd like to make more than $2,000. I would extend a bigger, trade, or even maybe open up a trade on another, on another version, same platform, but on another account, But this is just, and then understanding how to lower the leverage or raise what you're in, Then I could also double the trade up. I could open up another trade right now, more leverage, you could do all sorts of different things. It depends on what you want to do. Shout out to the 972 people on the live stream. Thank you for jumping on in. 314 likes, $47 in chat revenue. And it shows that, man, our movement is really our movement. You know, I used to get views based on kind of what was popular on YouTube. Like if YouTube was getting more crypto. But guys, you guys are creating something strong here. I'm seeing it. You're seeing it. We're all seeing it. All right. So that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. I'm not going to really harp on Bitcoin much longer. You know, what could happen if we go lower? Well, you know, like these smaller time frames could start to dump us. You know, we want to see the 5 minute not continue to, not dump us any. You know, it looks like the 5 minutes pretty bearish right now. Below the 200 SMA and a bit of a bear flag. We want to kind of stay in this consolidative move and break up. We want this shoulder, head, and right shoulder to kind of win. 5 minute looks bearish right now, like it's going to take us lower. All right. Not amazing. So the smaller time frames do not look good. Dr. Parker, learn how to watch your own trades. Be self-reliant. Amen. Yeah. It's sad that you have to say that. Can you look at Glimmer? You put it out a few days ago. Let's take a look at Glimmer. Maxine, don't be rude, man. He was just asking a question. I don't know if that sounds... I don't want him to feel like he's being, treated. Yeah, so I talked about Glimmer making a move to 40-40. And I said it's going to the 40-40 club. Remember that? This thing boomed way past 40-40 and continued to the upside. Shout out to anyone that jumped into Glimmer, right? On the 23rd. I mean, it hit the target and some. Glimmer, baby, from November 21st. And this is the type of stuff you get in the trading group, right? Like nicely handed to you in a nut. Like this, when I handed this out, Glimmer, Moonbeam. Number one, I was already saying that, watch out, the polka dot system hasn't moved yet. When it starts to move, it's going to get crazy. And you're going to see Glimmer move. You're going to see MOVR move. And I know it moves around polka dot. Just like I know it moves around Phantom. And I know it moves around MATIC. And I know it moves around Ray. I knew when Ray was going to move around Solana. These are the things that you would not know when you just jumped into cryptocurrency. There's no way you would understand it that fast. Like within a day here, you would understand what coins move with what ecosystems. That would give you a one-up immediately on the market. So look, when you get an update here too, look, Moonbeam. Pattern was in a falling wedge cup and handle. Oversold on the daily. Golden pocket, 0.65 Fibonacci. You're learning Fibonacci. You're learning patterns. You're learning the VRVP. You're learning volume, MACD, moving averages. All from this one setup is teaching you so much. Look, here's the setup. I gave it to you. There's your before. Thing was ready to rock. There's your after. It blasted to the upside. Absolute boomer. Gains. I mean, all day I do, half the show is me going over the gains from the last. I mean, this is insanity. It never ends. And when the market goes, it gets crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier. All right. I'm in Yodo. Let's hope it actually does something. Yotoshi for Soul here. But right now, it's down in the dumps, So, Neo EVM has been hot. It's been an interesting coin to watch. Manta Pacific, I talked about it yesterday on the channel. I did do the, I did the airdrop, just connected to it in case there was an airdrop for Manta Pacific. I talked about it in my trading group. You might want to jump on in. Satellite Doge, one mission token, please, user Sam. I'm sorry, I can't do that. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Sorry, I wasn't trying to be rude. He asked about it 5 times in the chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I don't get to see all the chat interactions, so you weren't rude. I get it. You're like, geez, man, calm down, my brother. So is Glimmer going to continue? You put in a flag on the smaller time frames. I mean, after a pump like that, you would consider some type of pullback. But you never know. I mean, things have been out of control. What if it follows MOVR and just decides to just go out of control? Chance it does. I would watch this flag to see if it does something out of if it does do something out of control, it'll do it out of this flag. I'll tell you that. I may not be right, but I can tell you exactly what's the only way it can happen is really this way, right? Like it's going to make a flag and then it's going to pump. I'm an XRP. Shall I stay or get out? I will never tell you what to do with your money. You're going to have to figure that out on your own. Do not bait and switch. Okay? I'm an XRP. Don't forget to look at the Bitcoin dominance losing uptrend. As long as Bitcoin holds, alts should keep blasting. Do you have a section in your trading group for people who only use Coinbase? I mean, yes, but that's like, that means you don't want to, honestly, no. Because that means you're not a progressive person that doesn't want to push yourself to the limit. You know what I mean? I don't know if you'd want to be in with the lifers. We're not only Coinbase people. Like, I'm not an only Coinbase kind of guy, you know? If me and you were close friends and you said you only wanted to be on Coinbase, I would tell you that you needed to do something with your life. I would tell you you had to get onto other things than Coinbase. And if you didn't, I would continue to tell you. And if you refused, I would eventually probably move on with our relationship, because I would say, hey, man, this guy just doesn't want to progress. He only wants to stay on Coinbase, you know? But yeah, a lot of the coins we put out are on Coinbase too, you know? Jamie made a far better democratic answer than me, of course. Yeah. Buyers are getting exhausted. Buy lots of money is sitting on the sidelines. Sam, please CFX. You could for my super chat. Thank you so much. In good time. In good time, my friend. It's not when you want. It's when it's supposed to happen. All right. I love you though. I appreciate you. I was looking at ChainX. ChainX continues to pump. I like this coin from the jump. Thing is flying. I see it going all the way to 83 cents. But whatever. What do I know? What do I know, man? Reserve rights pumping. It didn't matter what it was, man. There's the Adam and Eve double bottom. You're getting that 40% almost every single time, even more recently. ICP's been hot recently. People have been talking about it. It's been getting some buzz on Twitter. I just want to see it make this flag. It's in a bit of a symmetrical triangle right now. It may get busy. That's why I do my projections. I throw the projections up and then I come clean them up a day or two later. It's like a raw sketch of an architect, and then he comes in and fills in the blanks. You know, I like it. It's cool. Tight moving averages. 1 hour. I mean, that's a bit of a bull pennant. 1 hour looks good. 4 hours says it may have to go sideways a little longer. Possibly a big move coming for ICP, though. After all the FUD's removed, it can finally fly. I would watch ICP for possible gains today. Hey, we gave you Solana yesterday or the night before, and we nailed Solana yesterday. I mean, a lot of people were sketched out by it. We found the perfect flag and the exact way to enter. It was the hottest coin. I'm just saying we found a really good way with technical analysis to get into the trade. That's all. I'm not saying, it was the hottest coin. We made a gain. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, of course you made a gain on Solana. But honestly, it wasn't that easy because a lot of people were afraid to get in because it had pumped so much. So without good TA and some proper mindset, you might not have got into Solana. So even though it seemed so obvious, it wasn't. Because you could have mined who here didn't buy Solana because they were so afraid it had pumped so much that they thought themselves out of it. Who here just stuck to the TA and got into Solana because they didn't think about their mind. They just stuck to the TA, right? So technical analysis can do a lot for you. Bitcoin getting the dump right now to 42,400, really almost. Getting massively swatted. Sam, back to Bitcoin. It's volatile right now. Yeah, there's going to be less people in the market. They're going to move it around. Like today, I'm going to go take my family into downtown Boston and have fun. I'm not going to look at the market. I'm going to spend time with my sister. Me and my sister just lost our mother. I only have so much time in my life to spend quality time with my sister. I'm going to take that time to do that with her today. You know what I mean? Part of the point of making money in life and being successful is knowing who to hang out with and when to hang out with them. Honestly, and knowing when to take time to be with family. Like, I do all this for my family. I work hard every single day so I can spend time with my family. So instead of getting home from work and then having to go an hour, I can be with my family. And so that's the whole reason I do this. You know what I mean? Think about it. I finish work and then I'm right there. I can go pick up my kid from school. If I had to commute, and shout out to everyone that at least figured out a remote situation to work from home. Even if you're not your own boss, at least you feel more like it. Nothing like working from home. All right. I'm looking to part with some of my soul too. I was off the phone yesterday. Time with friends. I love it. Shout out to George B. We love it. Yeah, I got one of those like shoulder packs. You know what I mean? What do they call those? Like all the kids are wearing. They put all their like little stuff in them. Little personal packs. What's the name for them? It's like a fanny pack, but everyone wears them on their chest. What are they calling those these days? I can't believe I feel like such an old man. RP Mama, my sister's most of my life. It's been so far from me. I get great joy when I see her. Hope you know. Just got my dream buy on bonk. I love patience. A man purse, a sling bag. It's a sling bag. Man bags or chest bags. Man purses. You guys are funny. It's a man bag. Cross bags. You call it a cross bag? A dealer baggie. Yeah. Hope you and your family had a blessed Christmas. Enjoy your day with your family. MTC, we love you. We appreciate you. And we hope you have a wonderful day. Shout out to Miss Teen Crypto. We love you. And, oh, see, I thought that was Miss Teen Crypto. More Than Conquerors. Sorry. Shout out to More Than Conquerors. We love you. We appreciate you. I wanted to double check because I called you Miss Teen Crypto yesterday. I wanted to make sure. Shout out to Crypto Billy in the house. Hola. Hola. Shout out to everybody here on the live. It's a rebranded fanny pack. Here, it's a bum bag. Man purse. Some are still fanny packs, but moved to the shoulders. We called them strap packs in Texas. Interesting. Wow, Bitcoin getting a massive dump to the downside. But getting bought up pretty fast, but wow, it just got slaughtered. I just dropped 39 bucks in the trade. Well, I'm looking at the divergence. Let's look at the smaller time frames for Bitcoin. I'm just not up for it today. I'm really not. I'll be honest. You guys look at me like, I'm just not up for it, man. Bitcoin has beat me down, man. Days and days and days and days. I'm just like, okay, Bitcoin, dump again. You know what I mean? Like, dump on the hot. Like, don't give us a moment to think. Today I'm gonna walk away from the charts and I'm gonna let my mind breathe, man. I'll be honest. Today I made like $5-6 grand today. I really did. Already today, I really did. If I even counted everything out, maybe I made more. Who knows? And who cares? It's not about it. But I mean, I already did good today, man. It's like, geez Louise. Man purse is a merce. I need a merce. But today I can honestly say I'm a little sick of Bitcoin. I'm sick of it. You're going to dump it. You're going to pump it. You're going to dump it. You're going to pump it. Like, I'm just so sick of it. You know what I mean? I opened my long. I got my stop. I'm going to go spend time with my family. I can't wait to take them downtown and enjoy the day. I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about my mom, to remember memories. You know what I mean? Same here, Lifer. I'm going to need for a break from the charts. Even I, and that's the Lifer saying that. I shouldn't say that, right? Because I feel weird. I'm like, damn, dude. A little voice is like, dude, Sam, your business is trading, man. You got to tell everyone you love to trade and you want to trade every single day and it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And then another part of me is like, yeah, but you're a real person, Sam. And talk how you feel. And I'm like, yeah, but Sam, you got to keep it business. And I'm like, shut up, Sam. And I'm like, yeah, but Sam. And then I have this like battle inside my head. All right. I like TIA, just as long as it stays inside this channel, we're good to go. Take away this little flag that we looked at yesterday. Still, I mean, you had a double top. Looks a lot like Bitcoin right now, right? A double top that it's seeing if it can consolidate. You're just watching consolidation. If TIA just consolidates, it's ready to go. So I want to talk about this, the Cosmos ecosystem. All right? The Cosmos ecosystem. That's Atom is the front runner for there. Atom moves less. It doesn't move a lot. It's not like a huge gainer, but when it pumps nicely. We talked about Atom. Atom is up. We gave you this trade right here before it happened back in December 6th. It's up a beautiful 28%. You can't beat that. And it's up a safe, easy, soft, nice. Now, we have OSMO, which is part of the ecosystem here for Cosmos. Okay? Osmosis is hot. It's continuing to go up in value. And, we saw that the other day. And then look at the 1 hour here. It did give back some of the gains, but it had a really nice pump to the upside. This coin continues to pump. As you can see, it's connected to the Atom ecosystem. It was 24 cents just in 20. Dude, I just can't believe what happened to this whole ecosystem. 24 cents, and it's now 172. Like 7Xs, 6Xs, 5Xs, dang near 10Xs. We have coins that are doing 20Xs, and look at Bitcoin just getting right back up from the lower liquidity levels. With lack of volume today, it can do whatever it wants, really. Just be careful for BTC. All right. I have to commute to work, suit of the snow, 4-wheel drive out. End of next year, gonna look different. See? Yeah, man, everything is up, but the tokens I hold. I'm sorry to hear that. Mass still strong for massive Bitcoin pump. Such a small amount of Bitcoin's flipping. She gonna blow. That sketchy Coinbase Pro to Binance, the DeFi tracker, hiding. That sketchy Coinbase Pro to Binance. Funny. Super chats, MYRIA, SC, CFX, and Satellite Doge 1 mission. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to do that. No one trades aggressively. You could make 1 million in less than a week, friends. Amen. You could trade. I mean, you could make you could also lose 1 million in less than a week. It's all right. Just stick it to the process. It'll work or it won't, and I'll make adjustments. Amen. Yeah. There's so much explosive growth in these great ecosystems. It amazes me there's XRP and Ethan Axis. Yeah, you got to look at it all. I take advantage of all the opportunity around. I put all my money in Bonk and Turbo last week. So you put all your money at the end of pumps. Great. Can you go over ADA, please? I sent a super chat on the other day, but I believe it sent it too late. I apologize. I mean, we've been going over Cardano a lot. Cardano's in a tight channel. Let me just readjust here, but Cardano's looking beautiful to me. 6 hour, it is asymmetrical. It could break to the downside. You have your first lower high in a way. We could start to make a lower low and drop to the downside. We do have moving averages far apart, and these tend to break to the downside. Yeah, to me, it's symmetrical. It's really not a bull pennant. 1 hour is also bearish, and you didn't get outside of anything. 4 hours not looking too great. But the 22 looks good for a pump. So we just got to make it through these smaller time frames, really. 6 hour, the 6 hour either has to bend on these Stokes, or when it comes down, it has to like go sideways more. If we lose this trend line, look for Cardano to make a double bottom. The chance we do reset for Cardano, though, it had a really nice pump to the upside. 24 to 61. Basically almost a 3x. The high at 67, you know. If you can hold this trend line and break out. See, this is the thing. If it can break out above 64, 93 cents is coming. If it loses this trend line, then it may have to retest a fib or make some type of falling wedge. All about this trend line right now for Cardano. MYRIA's been hot. I've been wondering, do I want to own MYRIA or not? That's like the question that I keep asking myself. Do I want to own a huge bag of it, or do I let it rot? You know, let it slide. I like this kind of trend line, but it fell off. I was being pretty creative there in a way. Shout out to the 1,000 people here on the live. Thank you for being here. 385 likes. May I get the likes up to the watchers while I do, you know, technical analysis gymnastics here on like thousands of coins. It would be kind of cool if you hit the like button and not treat me like some type of freak who's sitting here just getting stared at without any likes. You know, it would be kind of nice. I don't know. You do you. It'd be the honorable thing to do, I think, would be hit the like button. But you do you. Whatever you think is right. If I was watching, I would hit the like button. That would be that's what my mother taught me to do. My mom taught me how to be honorable. But you do what makes you happy. Bro, can you go over WIF, please? WIF is just getting beat to the ground, right? I mean, not much to talk about. WIF is like, you know, I took a shot and I lost $1,000. So we'll see what happens on WIF. But yeah, I lost $1,000 on WIF, and I'm not afraid to talk about it. I'm the one YouTuber that all the YouTubers love to show you. I gave you this gain. I gave you this gain. How about the ones that I lost money on? You know what I mean? Let's talk about losing money. Money gets lost here, especially when you speculate like I do. You're going to lose money. It's going to happen. All right. Only members can like. It's not true. That's not true. It's not only members can like. That's not true. That's just not true. DXUI, please, sir. Sammy, cup and handy. I mean, that's kind of boring right now, right? Majority do not like because they don't have YouTube accounts. Win more than you lose. So your goal is to guilt trip people into giving you likes. No, not at all. My goal is to tell you how I would behave in this situation, and then you can behave however you want to behave. Yeah. If you took it as a guilt trip, then you're the one who feels guilty. Yeah, it's not me, right? Anyway, so look at MYRIA coming back down. I mean, that was pretty funny. So I like MYRIA when it comes back down to the 200 SMA on the daily time frame. That's where I would look, you know, getting tight though. Look at the daily, getting this nice rounded you know, stochastic, but, you know, usually you're pretty close to the 618. 22 came up, though, and you got this resistance. MYRIA had a really quick run-up. Like, everyone talked about it in a lot of YouTubers. And then, like, you know, now people are wondering, is it really as hot as they say it is? Is it really going to do what people think? And it 10x'd. I mean, to me, that's good enough. See, what's crazy to me is everyone's waiting for the bull run. Like, that was a bull run. Like, a lot of people made millions of dollars and cashed in. You know what I mean? Like, people bought Escalades. I don't know who, but some people bought Cadillac Escalades and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, it was a dang bull run. Like, anyway, yeah. This guy is worth your like. One of the best on YouTube. Shout out to Bill007. We love you, and thank you for saying that. God bless you for being here. How could you be watching this and not like? Lifer is life. Shout out to Crypto Cash. We love you. Strap some Milwaukee batteries on those power wheels. They'll be doing wheelies. All word. Had to go sit in the corner. No disrespect allowed. He had to go sit here for me. Shout out to Jenna X. We love you. Escalade Range Rover, you're funny. Lifer, can you look at Orion Protocol, please? Thank you. Sam is here at Christmas giving his time. People really can't give a like for F. You're funny, man. Sam, if I was you, I would do member-only streams unless we hit 1K likes every day. 1 hour inverted cup and handle. Bitcoin takes you to 41.5. Also, bullish order block there. Support. Just a scenario. Multiple things possible. Thank you. Thanks for all you do. I'm curious what you think Sol and Bitcoin can actually retrace to. Some people just bailed out on the Slades, baby. Just balled out on the Slade. Some people just balled out on the Slades, baby. You're funny. Yeah, whoever those people were. Who did that? Who would do such a thing? That could have bought you 3 Bitcoins. No, honestly, yeah, about 3 or 4 Bitcoins. One Escalade's worth like 1,000. It's worth about 120 grand. Like the cheapest you can get an Escalade, 120 grand, really. Like 130 grand. After taxes, if you get all the bells and whistles, if you want, you know, you want the refrigerator and all the awesome stuff, you want every single thing they have for the electronic running boards coming out for you, you could still spend 110 grand and the running boards won't come out for you. You got to spend an extra like 20 grand to get all that. It's just insane how expensive it is. It's insane, you know. But I'll be honest, you drive that car, it is the luxury of luxury. I don't care if you're in a Mercedes. I don't care what you have, man. Unless you're in some Rolls Royce, you're sitting there driving $140,000 car around town. Like, it's like it's insane. And Escalade is just, it really does. I'll be honest, like as I like to review things, and I'm a hardcore, very critical reviewer. I used to do drones, and I would do very good unboxings. People loved them because I was super detailed. And I'm telling you right now, like if you do work for it and you like it, Escalade. No, the Escalade is not bigger. Is the Ford? I don't think so. Not the new one. Maybe you're right. Let's see. I don't think so though. And even if it is, I mean, it's just not as luxurious, man. There's no way. The 2023, which one is bigger here? So look, the 454 to 185, right? So almost anyone can get into an Expedition, but like not everyone can get into an Escalade. 150 grand, you know what I mean? When you get all the bells and whistles. But let's look at the size. Cargo space, look, 121 feet more. No, this one's bigger, man. 121 versus 106, dude. 104. Bigger. 420 horsepower versus 380. You can get up to 682 in the big boy. You know what I mean? The wheelbase is longer. Look, the towing capacity is 1,000 more. Almost 2,000 more. The exterior lane is more by an inch. The exterior width is more by an inch, 2 inches. The legroom, 44.5 to 43. 41 to 4, and we got one on the 7. Headroom, 42.3. Fine, rear, they got a little more headroom. All right. But it looks to me like the Escalade is bigger than the Expedition. I don't know. I just had to correct you, man. If you're going to, you know, hey, you know what I mean? You study Callies on the news, man. I want to speak to the manager. I am the manager. Grand Wagoneer is the only thing comparable in size and luxury. Nah, that thing is trash compared to the Escalade. Absolute trash. Don't even bring that up. Seriously, don't even bring it up. I'm being honest. Like, going long does not raise price. It's the number of trades per hour to raise the price. Okay, I like that. Thank you, Stupid Bitcoin. We love you. And I'm not calling you stupid. That's the name of his name. It says Stupid Bitcoin right there. Escalade looks ugly. You Yanks make some ugly looking cars, man. You're so funny. You sing games. Hey, we don't think it looks ugly to us, though. So there you go. Master Friend being a Karen. You're so funny, man. Master Friend being a Karen. You guys are funny, man. Sam, 6.2 liter engine, famous folk, right? Get the Wagoneer. Let's go to Wally World. It's funny, man. I'm running my car till the wheels fall off. I'm not having a payment. Oh, I bought my car. I bought that thing cash, man. Ain't no payment. Ain't no payment. Hey, SMT. Yo, I rented 22 Escalade for road trip, and it's dope. I drove 500 miles on auto drive, just chilling. Yo, the auto drive, see, you know about it, is amazing. Super Cruise, #1 hands-free driving in the world, man. It's amazing. ICP. I like curves on my car, same as my... Okay. I get you, man. I get you. 100%. Jebatron, bro, so can we go over whiff, please? Yeah, Liver, can you look at Orion Protocol? And shout out to everyone that gave today's stats. Cheers, Sam. Thank you for your time, even on the holidays. Watching MYRIA on the 2-day. Appreciate a second opinion. Let's take a look at it on the 2-day chart. That's what you were saying. Got to read those super chats. I mean, the 2-day, when it gets here, it can slump a little more. It is touching the 21, and it is pretty close to a golden pocket. But it's a smaller coin. I don't put as much weight on the 2-day. The daily looks interesting too, but like we have a red candle here where, you know, it's almost like I would swing trade it if it got above 1.2. It would be like an easy swing trade up to 2 cents. My thing is, let's look at this market cap. Is it too late to get into MYRIA is a great question that a lot of people want to know. Other YouTubers will make this the topic of their entire show. You know, $98 million market cap. I says it can go to $1 billion. That's a 10x. So this thing could 10x. The sad thing was the time to get in was down here, right? Where it already has 10x's. So now it could definitely, from here, it's a 100x coin. Even right here, it's a 50x coin. Here, it might only be a 10 to 20x coin at this point, which is a little sad to me, right? Because, you know, we had, you know, there was a chance to get in this pretty early. We knew about it when it first, like even hit the exchanges. So, you know, it gets a lot of talk. It's an Ethereum Layer 2 scaling solution, purposely built to scale NFTs, block gaming, and more. Built in partnership with Stockware, offers instant trade confirmation, 0 gas fees when minting, and trading NFTs without compromising the security of the users. Its Layer 2 development with Stockware's proof utilizes zero-knowledge rollup technology. So it's got rollup. ZK rollup is also a narrative that really hasn't been brought up enough. You know, by building an Ethereum-anchored Layer 2 rather than a loosely coupled or evenly entirely independent sidechain, MYRIA is able to comfortably meet the performance requirements of most of the demanding use cases. And, you know, MYRIA Studios is a player-forced gaming studio centered around AAA quality games. So, I mean, it's got the layer on it. It's got ERC20 utility. But it also creates the EVM, and it's got ZK rollup. I mean, it's got a lot going for it. When you really break it down, I mean, it's top-notch, right? Why is MYRIA falling continuously? Because you must have bought it at the top, man. You know, you bought it up when everyone was talking about it. Right? So I still have yet to buy any MYRIA because I love the project. I swung trade it one time. Should have held on to that from the lower buy. It is what it is. Once I figured out how big it was, you know, then I wasn't poised to figure, you know, I was like, well, what do I do now? So now I'm wondering, I do think it's worth holding. I do think I can 10x it. 20x, if I can get it down to 6, less half a penny almost, then I could possibly do a 50x again. I'd love, if you know, the difference between buying here and here is like the difference between a 10 and 20 to a possibly a 50x. So, you know, I would love to scoop some MYRIA on the lower lows. So I'm going to watch the 4-hour time frame a little bit. And to me, honestly, I have to be honest. I mean, it definitely, that's a breakout. Let's like resistance, 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 breakout, coming back down, holding above resistance. Bring this up to a resistance point here too. Might be the lowest we ever get this puppy again. You know, there's a chance. I'm kind of stuck on it because I want to make a finite, like, dang. And I might let this ship sail. I think I'm going to wait for another coin that I know about a little earlier than the rest of the herd. You know what I mean? This one I knew about earlier, but didn't hit the trigger when I should have, you know. But again, you can't buy it all. So at the same time, I was into Casper making boatloads of money at the time. So like my focus was, you know, I was making money. So, but this was definitely something that, you know, that's the thing about being a speculator. You have your hands in 10 pots and then you'll still beat yourself up not having your hand in 2 more pots. Because like, I could have speculated over there. Well, I was over there. Well, I was over here, you know. Like I just put Analos in Phantom, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. And I'm willing to show you kind of where I go in crypto. And I discover so many deep dives throughout DeFi and all sorts of fun stuff. So join me on my trading journey. You're going to have a blast. And when I find, you find, you know, and that's kind of the part of this whole trading journey. The fact that I show up every single day, push forward and stay consistent, helps me find the coins that are hot. All right. Sam, when you're here about a coin, how do you search its category? Meme, gaming, AI? Number one, you kind of just know its category by when you hear about it. Like whether it's game, people will tell you, hey, hot new gaming coin. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jimmy the Bastard. Shout out 6.2 Looter, famous for lifter failure. Be careful. Oh my God. That's all right. Don't worry. It'll get fixed. And then I'll move on to another one. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like, that's for people who think, see, I'll be honest, this type of thought process, 6.2 famous for lifter failure, be careful, right? Number one, where did you hear that? Number two, how can that be verified, right? I'm very much aware of the lifter issues that have haunted GM for years. It's still happening even on refreshed 2022s. Is anyone information related to the 2023s? Okay. Lifter failure poll. Silverado, the most common Chevy Eco engine problems. Lifter failure, carbon buildup, A8 transmission. What is lifter failure? And honestly, man, I drive my cars very light. Very light. Very light. Right? Funny, what is that though? See that? North, east. Funny, that brings you somewhere else. Anyway, so I don't know, you know, about lifter failure. MYRIA in a fallen wedge could break back up. It's touching the 200. You don't want to see the 4-hour lose the 200 SMA. That's one thing I'll zoom in on and talk about. And you did right now. So I'm bearish now. That's good. Now that we lost that, let's see if we can get to the 6-hour 200 SMA. And look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. Yeah, I'm just more bearish on MYRIA than bullish. You know, if MYRIA gets back to 00706, I'm going to put 5 to 10 grand in it. If it doesn't, I'm probably never going to touch it again because I want that 30 to 40x. And I know the difference because I've done my tokenomics. And I know the difference between this line and this line is a huge deal. And see, I put a lot of pressure on when I'm buying and when I'm buying it. And it can hurt sometimes because when I don't buy something at the right time, it burns. It burns. Because I know in my heart how much the difference between the little zones are. Some people don't even see all that because they don't analyze it as, you know, segmentally, as sensitively as I do. And I look at it down to the last tiny little penny of it. And it eats me away when I don't get the best price. It eats me away. It burns, you know. I've been getting better at realizing that God has put me in the right place at the right time, and every day is a blessing, and I don't let things, and I just kind of let things go, and I've been hitting so many gains too that I focus on my own gains, and I really don't have things to look back on. I'm like, oh, I wish I did that. But like, I hit gains over here, so I'm pretty excited over the gains that I did make, right? So I'm up like 3 grand today. Today's a great day, even more than that, really. I did just drink some honey live. And you can't be just having some water. You know, if I drink this water, I'm going to have a better day. It's going to flush you. You're going to feel better. You know, Bitcoin getting pounded right now, 42,260. I just don't want it to eat my day away today. Today, I want to be free. You know, I'm always like the guy leading the trading group. I got to know every time where Bitcoin's going, all the time, every second of the day. And I just want to be free today. Like, I don't want them to take over my day. I don't want to stare at my phone while I'm with my family. I just want to be free today. But like they're gonna dump on me every day. You know, it's always the day when I want to be free and I want to just release is when they just really usually cram it down. You know. And look, now that divergence, which is strange, you never see this beautiful type of divergence get a pump up. You know, major resistance. Bitcoin cannot get above 42.8. And Bookmap also suggests that we go lower. It had way more liquidity to the downside than to the upside, right? So if they want low prices, they can get them, right? See right here? All the way down to 41,460. I may just close my bigger trade at a small loss here. Just cut off the 61 bucks. I don't want it to turn into like a $500 loss. Might reposition myself in at another time. Let's just see if the 1 hour wants to rip down. See, I got to look at this now while I'm live, while I'm out with my family today. And like, you know. Yeah, the 30-minute says we're going to go lower. But there's a nice divvy here now, too. I'd like to double down. That's why I shouldn't even open that trade, because now I'll think about it throughout the day, you know. It's important to spend time with your family. No, you know what? I thought it was bad for business if I mention these things, but you know what? It's not. I'm being real, and people want real in their life. They're sick of someone selling them something and just glossing over the facts or not really talking about the nitty-gritty. You know, people want the realness, and the realness is, man, your family is just as important as these trades. You know, you got to make the money. You got to change your life. We're all here to make life-changing wealth, but your family is so important. The second you're doing so much that you're losing track of being an awesome dad, an awesome husband, the second the coins take up so much of your time, like if you were so into a trade, but you had to take your kid to like a game and your neighbor's like, I'll take him for you. And you're like, all right. And the first time you do it, the second time he's like, oh, I could do it again. And you're like, yeah. And then you find yourself like the third time, like letting your kid go with your neighbor to the game and trading again. And then you're starting to mess up as a dad. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to call anyone else. And I'm not saying this happened to me. It didn't. I'm just going over scenarios in my head that I could see myself getting caught up in, you know? And it's just, you know, that movie Elf is funny, but at the end of the movie, he decides to pick his children over his job. I don't, you remember the movie Elf? It has a pretty good point, you know, and it's cliche and it's pretty stupid, but it's still, I mean, you know, he ends up saying, you know what? I'm going to go be with my son instead of do this meeting right now. I only have one chance, you know, and family is there. And now that I've lost my mom and dad, like I feel that more than ever. Family is everything, you know. This would be a beautiful punch back to the upside here, and we'd get nice consolidation. And this could give us a couple days. We could consolidate all the way until the second or the first. It would be really nice for 5 days of sideways price action while little altcoins just fire off. It would suck if for the next 5 days, Bitcoin just decides to just take a nasty Bart Simpson dump to the downside. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest. Like, nobody wants that. I don't care. Maybe the shorters do. But there's more people that are going to want to long. We are below the 200 SMA. Bearish. You know me. The second we get below the 200 SMA on the 1 hour, I'm looking for the 200 SMA on the 2 hour now. And we're below that. Now we're looking for the 200 SMA on the 3 hour. We're below that. Oh, no. The only place we can go is the 200 SMA on the 4 hour time frame now. But we're getting some good bullish div. It's tough right now. They're playing with us. I'm going to stick to my trade. I'll cut it off at a $200 loss if it continues to get too crazy. And that's my plan, and I'm sticking to it. And I'll start the year fresh, you know. But this is my idea for Bitcoin. We must need the bounce here. I'm sticking to my guns. And I'm long. You saw me long. All right. So I'm not hiding it. I'm going down with the ship. You can make fun of me when I'm down, or you can say, wow, he did it. So MYRIA, I'm looking for possibly a little more downside. I'm waiting for the 6 hour to reset. We'll see what happens then. I'll put an alert down here on the 6 hour. And again, when I'm getting into something, I analyze it each day, and it each day changes, and I get more information, and then I make my move and make my move. It's not all one thing, right? Can you check ALPH and ASTR? Am I reading Solana correctly? Does it have bullish divergence in the 4 hour? Am I reading Solana correctly? Does it have bullish divergence on the 4 hour? Jimmy Villain. Jimmy, calm down. You're all right. You're going to make it. Let's take a look at Jimmy's idea here on Solana on the 4 hour. Hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour time frame. I would have to say you're kind of pushing it, because the first divergence is here. Swing up, this swing up. Right there. And that's kind of the hidden bullish. Then you have this segment here, which is swing down, and then it swings down. So no, I don't see hidden bullish in the 4 hour. No. To me, the way you're seeing it, I believe, is this swing down and swing down. I mean, yeah, to me, it's a little bit of a stretch, but it kind of is hidden bullish though too. It is slightly hidden bullish. And we got to a high of 126, almost to my target. And when I put 131 out down here, people probably thought I was crazy. When I put it out at when we were down here at 70, I said 131's a target. Because I've seen when things push, they just get crazy in crypto and they just keep hitting. Once you've been through this in crypto, you start kind of, what you thought was really ridiculous the first time starts becoming kind of common, the second time. See, if you bounce up and stay inside that flag, there's a chance. The 4 hour is getting somewhat oversold, but the 22 needs to come back down to I would give up on the 4 hour completely right now if I was looking at Solana, and I'd be waiting on the 22 to come back to the 21. That'd be the first thing I'm waiting on. Once that happens, we'll go from there. You got a resistance at 121, You got to come back down, at least revisit something here. Hang out with the 21 and the 22. But yeah, I don't see what you're seeing, no. I get why you saw it though, and it's got a little bit of the vibes, but it's not, to me it's not 100%. This has just too low liquidity for me on MEXC, maybe other places. They do like it on token metrics, but all those wicks everywhere just kind of freak me out. I would only be able to hold this long term and believe in it. It kind of has that Adam and Eve double bottom. And I'll be honest, I see this thing getting back to 26 pretty soon. I wouldn't be surprised. It's a hot token metrics pick. No real TA on this for me. It's more just I know it's going to get hot. Again, I can't, you got to figure that out for yourself. But I'll put my name on it saying it's very likely you're going to see that hit 26 cents. Okay. Why? How do I know that? Just because I understand sentiment and buzz. And I know that when it gets a token metrics buzz like that, it's going to be a big deal. ASTR, we put it in a flag, and it did pump out this little flag to the upside. Now it's still in another flag. I would watch this little flag here. ASTAR. And I believe this is part of that Cosmo ecosystem too, right? So it's going to probably get that little push with Osmo and what we were talking about. ASTR, right? A star. And so Google it. You want to read it, or not Google it, but ASTAR helps build decentralized applications and layer 2 solutions by providing interoperable Web3 infrastructure, financial incentives, incubation programs, and technical support. It connects. Oh yeah, it's Polkadot. Sorry, I misspoke there. But it does connect Cosmos. See, ASTAR connects the Polkadot ecosystem with layer 1 blockchains like Ethereum and Cosmos. It's a Polkadot parachain, and it was designed as a multi-chain Polkadot dApp hub with support for DeFi, NFTs, and DAOs. Pretty hot if you think about what it does. Akala, Fala, Kusama, ASTAR, Polkadot, right? 5 coins that all start to kind of get some buzz together. I see this continuing to 13 cents. That's my next target. Let's chart that whiff. Look like a descending triangle. Dog whiff hat. It is a descending triangle, but usually you can't really have a descending triangle when you haven't gone that high yet. You know what I mean? It's at the bottom of its barrel. So Well, we want to see if it can make, like, you know, something like this. Maybe some type of Adam and Eve double bottom. And then get some type of support. 25, 34, right? But, you know, I'm in this for the long haul. We'll see what happens. Triple fours, but it could go to 0. I mean, this is like casino, man. You know, you put what you're willing to lose and see what happens. TA is horrible on this. And I usually don't see that. Usually I can get something out of these little coins. But, I mean, look. I mean, rounded, sell off. It came out to the exchange. Got sold off. People bought in at 11 cents. It ripped all the way to 34. They 3X their money. Amazing, right? And they did it fast. Then they started to slowly sell off, slowly sell off, slowly sell off. Then someone started a rally somehow from 15 all the way back to 20, and it doubled up, and then slowly sell off, sell off. I don't know. I don't get much of a read on it. I really don't. I did jump in. You know what I do is every once in a while I'll listen to other things and ideas, and I'll find someone, and I'll go on what they, you know, I'll go on, like, not what they say, but I'll go on their token metrics, their ideas. And I'll test them. So I was also testing someone else's ideas here to see if, like, something they thought was going to pan out. And so far, their idea is trash. You know what I mean? And I may never go by that person's idea again, you know? But we'll see what happens to whiff. You know? I took a shot. It's not over yet. We'll see what happens. We got some time. The only kind of creative idea I could have is a shoulder, a bossable head. Could this make a nice little right shoulder? And get it moved to the upside. It is a falling wedge. Falling wedges break to the upside. But it's tough. Even for me, whiff is tough. It's not looking amazing. I'll give it to you. So there you have it for a whiff. Can you look at ORDG? ORDZ Games, Bitcoin GameFi. Really? I can't find it anywhere, man. ORDG, ORDZ. Lords, ORDZ wrapped ETH. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Too early. Whenever you find something like this, you got to give us, like, the site you found it on. ORDZ Heroes, like, you know, I don't know if this is it. Yeah. It's a verified MIM swap and tattoos. It's a Cardano native token about to hit a new all-time high. FREN Organic. Loving meme community. Basically Pepe on Cardano. Less than 1 week, days old. All-time high every day so far. FREN on Tap Tools. There it is right there, right? Ripping. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just absolutely ripping. Now, is this the same FREN you can buy on CoinEx? It might be. I don't know, though. See, this is where it gets, like, even I have to, like, double check my stuff. All right. Yeah, I mean, I'd put this in a little bit of a flag here. And again, I'm telling you right now, I'm an OG in crypto. And I'm obsessive. There's guys that have been in crypto as long as me, but they spend a lot of time doing other ridiculous things that got them caught up in doing, you know, I've been focused, and disciplined. So there's guys that have been doing crypto as long as me. I've been in crypto 2016. There are some dudes on YouTube, but they never took their TA like I did. They didn't do DeFi like I did. You know what I mean? I can show you so much about the space, from the ins and outs of Cardano, DeFi ecosystems, to Phantom ecosystem, to Solana, to how to get wallets, to how to move, to how to find the right exchanges at the right time, to how to find the new coins at the right time. I'm telling you right now, it'll blow your mind. All right. I'd watch this flag for sure for FREN. All right. And, I mean, it's hot right now. So watch FREN. I was like, watch what? Watch this flag. I'm like, on taptools.io, right? Yep. I would watch this flag, and it could be, I mean, very high risk. All right. Thank you for giving us that information, though. I don't know if this is the same coin. I don't think so. I'd be careful. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at our baby Chainlink as I got the Chainlink hat on. Do you guys see the Chainlink hat, or do you guys notice? Who here noticed I had a Chainlink hat on? Who here doesn't like the hat on me and thinks the hat's weird? Thinks I'm too Bill Noble right now. All right. And shout out to all the beautiful super chats. You people are absolutely amazing. $97 in chat revenue. 1,000 people still kicking it on the live. Unbelievable. And is anyone else live during Christmas time? So we talked about it breaking out at 14. We got to a high at 17. Went sideways. And we've been consolidating for a good amount of time now. And this is the same chart I've been seeing on so many coins. It come up, came back in, and I just kept it inside the flag. I'm telling you, if this hat means anything, I see Chainlink going to $21. $21.50 for Chainlink, and not too long from now, you heard it here first, Chainlink to 21 from 15, making a 50% gain. And it's a substantial coin. And, you know, the institutions are going to make their bigger contributions at the beginning of the year. The beginning of January, a lot of money flows into the market. You guys noticed it last year. It was like a huge pump we had last year in January. It was insane, actually. We've actually been in a bit of a bull run all of 2023. People were like, are we in a bear market? While people just continued to make money and coins just continued to pump. People kept asking, are we in a bear market? I kept saying, once you got above the 200 SMA, I mean, that's the beginning of a bull run. And once the daily started getting above the 200 SMA, that was back here. That was back in October, right? Of 20. We got it. Wait, that's weird. Funny. I didn't realize how quick things have happened. We got above the 200 SMA, and that was just the beginning of everything. If you just knew to buy above a 200 SMA and let it rally, I mean, you can make so much money doing that. It's absolutely insane. So Chainlink looks beautiful to me. I'll put an alert here, but I see Chainlink going to 21 not too long from now. 43%, 45% gains coming out of Chainlink. I like swing trading these coins too, because they're like, you know, you either have a long-term bag of them or you pump them hard. For me, I can't personally go wrong. Like, I'm comfortable with the space. I know what I'm buying into. Something, it's just better off to swing these than anything else. All right. Marathon Digital coming back to 26.20 after that huge pump all the way to 27.45, ripping above. Look at this thing. It was parabolic. I mean, it went absolutely on a straight parabolic run. Now what? Now what's happening? Well, we're flagging out, but we're, coming back to the 21. I can't believe how horrible price action is. I never trade the stock market anymore. I used to. After 10 years of trading crypto, 9 years really since 2016 when I first started trading altcoins on Bittrex. Bittrex was my first exchange. Cryptopia, I'm a Bittrex Cryptopia guy. Back when no one cared. You know what I mean? No one even mentioned Binance or anything. It was great. It was so small. Space was so small. Possibly another 26% gains. 31 is the target out of this little flag as long as we hold that mode there. I mean, this is insane. A little bit of bearish div starting to form finally on the RSI and price action. Oh, wow. I made this call for Mara on the weekly, and we bought in on the lows on the weekly here, and wow, what a move that was. It's a little messy, but wow. I mean, I made this call down in 960. I bought it live in front of everyone. Insanity. And look, you get above the 200 SMA, you are gone. That is the beginning of massive movement. Once you get above the 200 SMA, look at the last time we got above it. This thing went from 8 all the way up to 58. Right? I believe you can do a similar thing going from, 20 all the way to freaking 400. All-time high was 130. I don't see why this thing can't go to 150 in the next Bitcoin bull run, right? In the last bull run, it went all the way to 82. But I'm looking for a $100 Mara. I'm looking to 10x that money that I put in. So that's the goal. That's the plan. That's the hope. That's the dream. 10xing Mara. All right. Mara. Marathon Digital Holdings. Marathon. Okay. We've had a good show today. We've gone over a lot of stuff. I feel confident and good about what's happening today in the markets. They tried to scare us. We held strong. I didn't panic sell, and I believe I made a really good buy into that zone. It may not have been the perfect buy. I think adding in at that $100 level was key. Those big divergences tell us that we're going to get a bounce back to the top of the channel. You know what I mean? It's very likely we're going to get a bounce back to the top of the channel. They're toying with us right now. And if we lose this level, fine. We're going to come test the double bottom at 40,008. We lose 40,008, we're going to drop quickly. So if we lose 40,800, we're going to drop very quickly to basically 37.8. Very fast $2,000 move, $3,000 move. There's just not a lot of resistance right there. All right. Look, there's a high volume node there. There's a gap in the VRVP. Very important, we do not lose 41,008. That's going to be a key level you do not want to see us lose, is 41,008. We did lose 43.3. That was a level 2 that I kept saying we don't want to lose 43.3. We still have a lot more liquidity to the downside than to the upside. However, we did test it. We bounced, but at the same time, there's really nothing above us to kind of get us out of this. A bunch of load, a bunch of liquidity down to 41.5. Bookmap does suggest that we go lower than higher. Any New Year's resolutions? Yeah, to stop reading your tweet, your super chats. How's that? No, I'm just messing with you, man. My only New Year's resolution is to not have anyone die. You know what I mean? Like, in my life, Like, I took 2 heavy deaths this year. Like, I can't take anymore. Can I get this year without a death? You know what I mean? Now, what's my main New Year resolution? To never let a troll get to me, not one, for the entire year of 2023. That's a great, to never mention, even look at, and as I'm mentioning one right now that's not even existing, but, the hypothetical troll, just to never even think about or mention or give any type of troll, any type of, as I get more and more known, as things continue to roll, just staying happy. If I can stay even more positive than I've been, if I can be a better dad to my daughter, be a little more disciplined. I need to be a better dad. I need to help her play piano more. I could help. My career is getting big, and I need to bring myself back down and be able to help my daughter and all the things that she needs. I'm telling on myself right now, I could be a better father. So this year I will be a way better dad, I'm working on it. I wrote the things down that I know could help us. I gave you this cup and handle. Remember, Tori, back in the day? Told you it was going to go up 67. It boomed out the cup and handle. You're sitting at 2.5 cents finally. Token Metrics really likes this coin. It's a giant double bottom. It doesn't really have competitors for like what it's attempting to do on a mass scale. Finally formed this massive double bottom, and that takes you to 5 cents. All right. I learned more about this project recently, and it opened my eyes that it's a lot more amazing than I realized. That would be 86% gain for the CELR network. All right. Thank you, Tori, for CELR. He's been asking for about CELR for so many times. Shout out to Board Type Crow. Shout out to everybody here that gave Jimmy Villain, Jimmy the Bastard, Tori, Zach R, Helman Awadi. There's a restaurant called Awadi right near my house. Are you one of them? Shout out to Carlos Alejandre. Shout out to Watch and Study. Shout out to Redman. Shout out to Earl Harris. Shout out to Jebatron. Shout out to MTC. Shout out to the British Perspective. Shout out to John Powell. Shout out to Crypto Bellico. John Powell again. Shout out to J. Craig H. Appreciate your work. Can we look at NEXA again? Shout out to J. Dub Shub. We look at CFX. We got to take a look at CFX from a man. Shout out to VMI alum Old Corp. Shout out to Catherine Brunette for the positive attitude and the $10 super chat. Shout out to Barry L UFC. Shout out to Stas and everyone that gave here on the channel. $104 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the love. I really, really appreciate it. Today feels funny, I'll be honest. Day after Christmas, attempting to keep up that kind of work ethic, but the world has just stopped. Kids are out of school. It just doesn't seem the same, Shout out to those chasing their dreams. We will. I said we will become billionaires. We will. God bless you, brother. Billionaires, baby. MATIC, baby. My bag's looking good. Shout out to Dial TV. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. I mean, MATIC's hot. I told you MATIC is the next one. Boom. MATIC getting a nice little pop to the upside out that cup. And Hendo. MATIC 140.40. You heard it here first. It's only a matter of time. MATIC's going to 140. Only a matter of time. All right. Gotta say it before you can achieve it. I'm going to become a billionaire. Bang, bang, bang. Now, we talked about NER. We talked about all the hot gains today. It's been amazing. It's been amazing to be alive. It really has. Oh, and let's go over one last thing, render, before I jump on out of here. So I went over render breaking out of this channel to the upside. It did exactly as we were talking about. A little bit of a sell-off, but so far render still holding gains. Went up 20%, still holding gains of about 11%. I see render getting to that 594 not too long from now. Render's been hot since the 15th of November. Ever since halfway through November, I mean, the market just, it didn't matter what you were in, right? The right coin is ALPH. We talked about that already, and it's getting ready. Alephium. Oh, yeah, it looks like it could break out. I had it in this rising wedge, but it looks like it broke out and then came back down inside of a flag. I feel like it's back inside, but it could go parabolic. You even have to know how to draw the parabola. Like, there's a way to do it. Nah, it's all right. Towards your Xmas New England clam chowder and surf and turf. Ma. Thank you so much, man. We love you, brother. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Yeah, Moon River. I missed out on MATIC. I was saying earlier this year when it was at 120, not buying until it gets back to 50 cents. Missed out big time. It's all right, man. You didn't miss out. You're right where God wants you to be. Just take that feeling of missing and make it happen. Man, I want some real chowder. Don't get that opportunity living in North Carolina. We have so much of it. And then we have the fake stuff covered in cream. And I mean, you know, you're missing out, but maybe you're not too, man. You know, have a blessed day, lifers. I'm hanging with my daughter today. DMs are open as usual, but waiting for dust to settle before posting any alt setups. There are so many still in play. Yeah, super chats, SC, CFE, Jesus. And I'm not going over Jesus. I'm not doing it. What was SC? Satellite Sia coin from back in the day? It's an old coin I used to trade back when it was 001. It's cloud storage, you know, made by two guys out of MIT. Big double bottom, 2-day in a flag. I wouldn't be surprised if this flagged out and continued on to its upside, but I'm not that passionate about it. I gave up on this coin a long time ago, you know. Anyway, CFX, Conflux, right? I got Conflux in a tight channel. I'm watching it very closely. All right. Daily doesn't look amazing. The 12-hour doesn't look amazing. Daily, it also, you know, the time frames don't look amazing. It looks like it has to come down. It might actually just go sideways for another couple of days. But that's why I have an alert on it. If it can go sideways and somehow maintain, I'm thinking about it. But it has to do what I want it to do first. All right. Yeah. Look out, haha, Lincoln, North Carolina, right in the middle of the mountains or the beach. I love it. 2.5 to 3 hours either way. Amazing. Amazing. Orion Protocol is in the slanted Adam and Eve, which we know what happens. I mean, every single time I found this thing, boom. So watch, 2-3 weeks from now, mark my words, 172. Very simple. But when I'm willing to lose, come back to it at 172. Very simple stuff. Make gains. You heard it here first. All right. Call better or get out of Jesus going. God doesn't like blasphemy. Wouldn't be surprised of a rug pull. People making money in God's name. Dog memes and ETH meme holders gonna have to watch the whole market go nuts before we pump. Make way. Super chats, Jesus coin. cast straw ready to palm? There's a casta and there's a cast ball. I never heard of cast straw. Anyway, I'm going to end it here, everyone. Thank you so much for the love. We appreciate you. We love you. And we thank you so much for your viewership. May God bless each and every one of you for coming on into the live. It was a laid-back live. It was chill. I had the hat on. I never had a hat on during the live, so that's new, right? Telling you a little something that I see for Chainlink. Shout out to my trading group. Take into account things that I did post, things that we did go over. There's also some other things on the radar today that I believe could do damage. But pay attention. And I will be taking most of the day off. These last few days of the year, I tend to go as light. These are my lightest days because it's the last 5 days of the year, you know. And it's my real time to really see my family and friends and just like, it's the only time of the year that I even take a second away. You know what I mean? Anyway, I love you all. I appreciate you all. And I can't wait to knock it out the park in 2024. Remember, I'm still here every day. No days off of the live stream. So put a lot of effort on that live. And you all did. 615 likes, $114 in chat revenue, 955 people still here as we're counting down. Unbelievable. If you told me I would have 1,000 people on this live and this is what's going to happen in my life, I'm still, every single day is a dream like to me, is amazing to me. I can't believe it. So I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. You know, enjoy your family. God bless. And I'll see you guys on the next live. I just have so much appreciation for my life. Thank you. Nothing else I can say, but thank you. God bless you all. There's my kids right there. She lost her tooth. It came out finally. I got to go find my daughter's tooth. We got to do the tooth fairy tonight now. The joys of being a parent, man. The joys of being a parent. I love you all. God bless you. Enjoy your lives. Remember, you only have one life to live. Go after it.